This is Zora Lou, the Comedy Vixen, live here at Q&A Live with Cuudy Broun, all the way from A-Town. What's up?
What's up, fam? How you doing, man? How you been? Long
Good,
time no
man. I
see,
ain't talked
man.
to you in forever.
Man, for real, man. Where you been hiding at?
I ain't been hiding. I had to dig through the crates to find you.
Oh man, I've been around. I've been around, man.
Around, going to the different aliases and stuff. Matter
Nah,
of fact,
man.
before we get started, tell everybody where they can find your music. Like, because you're out there and I know your style is different. Remind me, what hometown are you from again?
Williamston, North Carolina.
Okay. And since I grew up in Raleigh or whatever, I still would not know where that's at unless you
Uh,
pointed it on the map or told me the area code of your phone number, right?
okay, it's
So
next
you
to
got a
Green.
different style to you. It's like, blended and whatnot. So I know you've been working really hard, Apple Music, Spotify. You just been supporting your brand and staying true to yourself, getting your image together, finding the look that works for you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. If people want to know more about you, they have to find you, right? Like
Yeah,
I did. What
yeah.
is a daily task you must do?
When I get up, I gotta smoke. I gotta pray, and I gotta call my fam. At least three, four people out my fam. I gotta talk to them every day to get myself just right. You know what I'm saying? Some real in my life. I know they love me. I know it ain't gonna be no bad vibes. Instead of talking to other people in the world, I'd rather talk to my fam.
Oh, interesting. I might get bad vibes from my family once in a while, but ain't nothing
Yeah.
too serious.
Yeah,
Okay.
certainly. It ain't like that. It ain't like that with my
Speaking
family.
of bad vibes, when and where did you experience your first heartbreak?
My first heartbreak. I wouldn't say heartbreak. I say disappointment. The biggest disappointment was my situation before low breed. How it ended. It was kind of it wasn't good, and it wasn't handled the right way. So I would say that was a big thing because that was about 5 or 6 years. A wasted time. You get life is the most important thing, and then time right after that. So you can't get that time back. So that was a big disappointment because I felt like that was gonna be a good thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, thank you for sharing. I don't think I could have did that on here. Sometimes I gotta take my stuff to the grave.
Yeah.
Well, mm. Now, if people really want to know who Cuudy Broun is, where should they visit?
Well, first, if you're going with me, first we're gonna go to Williamston. We're gonna go to Carolina. And give you a good feel of it. We're gonna slide to Chicken Kitchen. After that, we're gonna go to my auntie them house in White City. Then we're gonna go down the hill and holler at my partner them, and then we're gonna go to Willow Acres, and then we're gonna jump up to the A Town. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go to Upper Riverdale Road, Terra Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? That's stomping ground. And then Godby Road area, Chastain West Cove, and all that, and you're gonna get the full feel of me. Like if you going around there, my energy around there heavy because that's like my whole life in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? Those places.
Mm, interesting. You said go down the way. Okay, Auntie and them house. Now you
Come
know
on,
that's authentic, man. You ain't got to worry. Your plate waiting for you when you get to Auntie and them house.
the big way.
So, Cootie, tell me who inspired your sound.
Um, I would say it would be like I listen to a lot of old school, so like my favorite old school artist would be Marvin Gaye. Then you got like the golden era hip hop, like Ghostface Killer. That's my favorite rapper from that era. And then from like Dirty South, that's where I get my grittiness from. Like UGK, Devin the Dude, stuff like that. Like mold all that together. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's where I get it from.
Mm. Now let's talk about style. When and where did you get your first jersey?
My first jersey, we from Carolina, so you gotta do right. And you gotta either go to a Panthers or a Hornets game. And my first one was a Hornets game because I wanted to hoop, but so I ain't that tall. And that was when Muggsy was doing this thing. So Granddad took me to see Muggsy, and I got my
Mm-hmm.
first Muggsy Bogues jersey out there. So at the Hornets game, that was my first jersey. After that, I think I got like an A&T jersey or something like that.
Okay, trying to support the Carolinas. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Back then, you don't really leave North Carolina like that. Now everybody want to travel everywhere. Home was home, man. That's where we at.
I agree. I agree. I went to South Carolina a lot. But
Yeah.
definitely, when you want to clear your mind, take a breather. What's your happy place?
Number one, I gotta find some water. If it's a waterfall, a beach, or something like that. If I can't get to that, then let me get to some trees. And if I can't get to that, then just let me put my feet in the grass. You know what I'm saying? And get that grounding, and just, you know what I'm saying, close my eyes and just chill. You know what I'm saying? That peace.
Hmm.
So that's
Let me
that's I
find
would
out
say
you like
that.
to run through the cornfields.
The cornfields, nah, man,
Yeah.
that's too rough. You got
Just
with your
playing
shoes
with
on
you.
all that jazz.
All right. Now, more on a serious note. Uh, Name an artist you had the most creative studio experience with.
um, I would say my partner, Reek Mannequin.
Okay.
Like it's like water. Like it just flow. It's not like a I gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna do this and you do that. It's just all right. The beat come on. I look at him. You digging it? Yeah, I'm digging it. And then you just go. And it's not like I gotta talk to you about what the hook gonna be. I just go in there. If I got the hook, if I finish first, he got the hook. If he finished first, and it's just gonna be what it is. Like we got a real dope project that came out a few years ago called Southside Stories, and it's on SoundCloud. Like it's really really fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, maybe I need to do a documentary on it or something.
Man, we should something coming like that. Most definitely, a whole lot more visuals.
Okay. What's your top five cultural influence? I know you mentioned Marvin Gaye. You can mention him again, but
That's
who
number one, of
else?
course. You know, that's number one. Just for the smoothness and the chill and not so much the music. You know, he had his story, the trouble part of his story. You know, I fell in love with that. Just, you know, the shortcomings, and you know, we ain't all perfect. And after that, we definitely got to say Frank Matthews. You know, what I'm saying Carolina legend. You know, just I got a knack for knowing when to get out of Dodge at the right time. Just like my boy. You know, what I'm saying just when it get too shaky, all right, it's time to slide. You know, what I'm saying
Hmm.
I don't need no smoke. And after that, I would say Maya Angelou, just because you know who she used to be to who she turned out to be. You know
Okay.
who I am now. You know that don't mean that's who I am tomorrow. You know, if you know a
Hmm.
story, then you know who she was and who she became. So I think
Okay.
that's growth and progression. Like I
I
think
hear
that's fine.
that.
Yeah. And
Mm.
then my favorite basketball player, Reggie Miller. So game time, Reggie Miller. You know, just I'm always shoot the lights out. You know, he ain't never get a championship, but
Uh-huh.
Reggie Miller, Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna ball regardless.
Right.
Yeah. And then after that, like man, as a black man, you can't say a cultural icon, not say Denzel. You know what I'm saying? That's the Ayatollah of black man to me, like Buddy Cole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my five right there.
Oh man, that's very diverse. Interesting. Especially when you mentioned Maya Angelou. I'm like, okay, somebody been reading some books,
Man,
been
come on now.
studying.
You know, we used to get in trouble.
I see you.
You know, you
I
get in
see
trouble, you
you.
gotta read, you know what I'm saying? Then you just start liking to read.
Mm. Now, tell me something about the music industry that you really wasn't sure that this is something you want to continue. It's a point where you like, if this is something I want to continue. Like, when did you have your challenging moment?
Just realizing it's a business. And I'm so chill, like I'm really never down. Like I'm always happy all the time. Like I don't let nothing get to me. And then you gotta understand you can't be that with everybody. You can't be always smiling in everybody's face. You can't wear your heart on your sleeves because it's a business. You gotta remember it's a business. So that's the hardest part of me is separating the business from that part. When you get to that part, it's like they take the fun out of it. It's not just the music and the love and the art no more. You know, you gotta maneuver these waters. And sometimes they take the fun out of it because you can't do things that you would want to do because it's better for business, you know.
Since you touched on the business note, and I really do appreciate that because some artists, breeze by the fact that it's 80% business. Who did you have an opportunity to experience a split sheet with?
A split sheet. Uh Man, I really it was one time where it was supposed to be a split sheet and there wasn't one, and I found out like that. So now I just do music on my own. Like that's why you don't really see too many people on my joint. Just it just be me, or if it's my low breed camp, I don't really go outside of that. Not that I don't reach out to people. It's just I just like to do music myself. I guess I ain't gonna say I got control problem, but my music is my baby, so I like to mold it by myself. Most of the time, I'm sitting here in this little area right here molding it. So you know, if I send it out to somebody like that, so not too many split sheets. I'm not even gonna flex with you.
Mm, okay. Well, I'm sorry you had a bad experience, but at least you know what to expect and you have that time to reflect and do things the right way. Now, as far as music now, and when you first started, how challenging it is to maintain your own creativity.
You can't get sucked into the wave. It's easy to get sucked in that wave with just, all right, I can make something that everybody else doing because you hear everybody make the beats like that, the sound is like that. People actually tell you, all right, well, you should sound like this, or you should do it like that. But you
Hmm.
can't get sucked into it. You gotta stick to your guns and just believe in yourself. Like, all right, this is my sound. This is what I'm rocking with. Like, you know me since back in the walk. Like my sound's still the same. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the same as me. You gotta be authentic to yourself because if you can't be, then you're gonna run out of stuff to talk about because you're not being yourself.
Mm, I agree with that. Now, definitely, I know you just every time you would speak, you gave words of encouragement, whether you gave it directly or indirectly to people watching. Now, let's focus just on producers. What advice would you give a producer working with a new artist?
I would say get to know the artist, like actually chill with the artist more so. If you're gonna build a relationship with the artist, build a relationship with the artist. It's gonna work a whole lot better for you. That mesh and that coolness, because you already know where they're coming from. You're gonna know where they are. You're gonna know what pocket they like to sit in, and then that way you can mold something in. And you the producer, so you producing the record. Like you more important in my opinion than the rapper, because I can't rap if it ain't no beat. You know what I'm saying? So you the
Hmm.
quarterback right now. You gotta lead me. You gotta throw the pass so I can catch it. So you gotta know why I like it. If I like it high, if I like it low, you know what I'm saying? If I can catch it over my head, you gotta pay attention.
Mm,
Really
that was
build. If
deep.
you just making beats in your room all day, that's cool. You fired, but reach out to artists and build those relationships with artists, and artists do the same with producers.
I agree. That was a good analogy about that. Coaching the play, whatever. But I think that's what people are missing when it comes to music. About making sure the communication and the relationship is there, so that way you can have a good finalized product and just not have a hit or miss. Because when you win, the producer wins too.
Most
So,
definitely.
briefly, give us your social media so we can wrap up. I appreciate you today, Cuudy Broun.
Man, no problem, man. You can find me on Instagram at the number two cool Cool Poppy Papi. So that's too cool Poppy. Cuudy Brown fan page on Twitter at Cuudy two U's. That's Cuudy, the number two Yous.
Okay. Now, if y'all want to
Lowbreed.com
reach
as
out,
always.
huh?
And lowbreed.com and also, you know what I'm saying? Follow the low breed page, low_breed.
Okay. If y'all reach out to Cootie, man, make sure y'all don't waste his time. He very professional. He chill, but
You know
he
what I'm
don't
saying?
play no games.
Come on, man. Come on, I'm gonna play the radio on this side.
And it's really an honor to have you here on Lottie Wood with Q&A Live, because I remember back in the day you made a song in reference to Lottie, and that was such a great tribute. Just to even be blessed that someone took the honor to make a song to reflect off what
Come on,
Lottie
we still
stands for.
smoking on the loudy, man. You already know.
Yeah, just something cool, man. Something refreshing, something to keep people interested in learning about new up and coming artists or artists who have been independent and did not sell out for a couple of dollars.
Nah, man, never ever, man. You know what I'm saying? Never changing, man.
Okay, Carolina, stand up. I
Come on, man.
appreciate you, Cootie Brown.
You already know. Appreciate you, fam.
Thank you, thank you. This is Zora Lou, the Comedy Vixen. You just heard Q&A Live. You just now tuned in. Go back and watch the full interview with Cootie Brown. Peace.